somebody else. But when they join us, then that's great. And Marcy is going to be here, I believe. I'm not sure. Oh, Blessed and Memory are not. Okay. So that's all right. But yes, I I want to take some of those courses as well, and I don't know when I would do it because I don't have a lot of time during the day to take those courses. I'm having to go to work, so maybe I could do that online, like listen to the recordings. That would be good.
I,
Yeah.
I definitely encourage you to take some of those courses. They're life changing, life changing.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
It's,
I love listening to Dr. Vicky and Dr. Steve. They are
they're
very
brilliant.
wise, and Dr. Oh, the one that's doing acts. What's oh,
Dr. Phil.
yes, yes, very, very good.
Oh, they're excellent.
There's a few others that teach I haven't had a chance to listen to yet. Oh boy, this is a really good group of people.
Oh, yes. Amazing.
Yes,
Very
love.
rich, very rich.
Yes. Well, today I'm going to, this is Advanced English 102, November 22nd, 2025, week 6. And I will be showing some videos. So you might want to keep your finger on the volume just in case it's too loud, because I don't want to blow your speakers out. And we'll let's see, what time is it? It's only 10:05. Okay, I will wait 2 minutes and then we'll see if anybody else joins us. But we have a lot to go over today. And so see you in 2 minutes. Okay, so I'm writing down dates, uh, keep track of who's here, who's not here. Um, okay, and I've got some things to share on the screen as well. So let me see. Okay. It's my computer's trying. It's trying so hard to wake up. Mm. So I like to go over a little review of things. So I am going to show the assignments and which week they're in. I did not put exact dates, but we are in week 6. So at the bottom it says final persuasive essay due. Um, and that is due on November 28th. So there's one more week to work on it and refine it, um, get it all spiffied up for turning in to the website. If anyone wants to send it to me by email so I can review it or give any thoughts on it, I can do that. But the final turn in will be on the website in the assignment section. Um, and as always, on week 5, it says draft of persuasive essay. That's never like a turn in kind of thing. That's not for a grade. So hopefully people were able to do the draft and a peer review. And if anybody is missing anything from week 1 to week 6, feel free to turn it in because I'm getting assignments all the time turned in. And the way that it's been this term has been a little bit crazy with life and due dates and like you were talking, Walter, with the um, other classes and just everything going on. There's a lot that that we have going on. So there's grace in the due dates. At the very end, um, week 10, we'll be talking about portfolio reflections, and week 9 is the final multimodal project due. Those two are pretty firm because those dates are at the end of the course. So can't really go much beyond week 10 to turn things in. But other than that, just get things turned in, um, work on getting the quizzes done. Um, Email me if you have questions. If you need a copy of any class discussions, again. Um, okay, so let me slowly bring that down so I don't make anybody dizzy. Okay. When the people put things on the screen and then they move them around really fast, it makes me dizzy. But that's just me. Okay.
I don't think you're the only one. That's quite a common effect.
Oh,
Uh,
goodness. It just, my son will say, Mom, come look at this. And I'll look and he'll be scrolling super fast and I just can't do it. I'm like, tell me when you're there so I can open my eyes. Okay. I'm putting this on the screen because um I sent a copy of some editing marks and I noticed that it did not have all of them. This one I especially like, and I use quite a few marks from them, specifically the arrows or the carets with the apostrophes and the quotation marks, the delete squiggly thing or like adding a period with a circle capitalized. That other one that I sent out did not have some of these, and I did not realize it until I went to look for something and oh, it doesn't have it on that one. So This is in a weird format. It's in Paint. So I'm going to print it out, scan it, and put it in a Word document so I can send this out as well. I just prefer these marks. They're a little bit I'm more familiar with them. They seem a little bit more um, easily to comprehend. So I will do that. Okay. That. Mhm. All the different steps to share something on the screen. Interesting. Okay. This is just a little blurb on revising your persuasive essay. Um, it talks about your peer review and whether that was from another classmate, a family member, friend, myself. Um, you can always use the peer feedback or not. It's your choice because it's your paper. Um, sometimes there's some helpful comments. Sometimes there's some very interesting comments that don't make sense. So you decide what you would like to change or keep the same. Make sure to that your claims that you're stating on there, trying to persuade someone with, are well supported with your evidence. And so far, what I've read, very strong supporting evidence. Let's see, polishing prose. Oh yes, just your the word choices. Oh, I cannot believe how amazing the word choice has been with so many people. Vocabulary, your vocabulary seems to be so much better than many people that I know. And I love hearing it. I love reading it. It's just, it makes it better to me to read. Um, addressing counter arguments, making sure your rebuttal's clear and convincing. So don't just try to hint around at what you're trying to say is, but you don't agree with. Make it clear what your counter argument is. It says submit your revised essay 800 to 1,000 words. Just somewhere between 600 and 800 is good. I don't really need it to be uh 5,000 words or anything. Just something that states what your persuasive essay is about, some details, some supporting evidence, and then the conclusion. Let's not add more words than we need to. Clear, concise. It's only going to be a couple pages. Um, so 600 to 800 words that's good. And the outcomes are just formal things that you will be learning and you don't even really realize that you're learning. um, so many outcomes. We have to list them. But I am available to look at anything, look at all the papers. Okay, let's see. I'm putting things back where they belong. Amazing. Okay, before we get into multimodal essays or multimodal projects, I will go over week 6 class discussion that I will be sending out in email. Let's see if there's anything before that. Mm, okay. Let me pull that up. Keep up with the quizzes. There's only like one or two people. I don't even know if it's in this class that have a few to catch up on. But everybody else has been doing wonderful.
Hello, excuse me, Professor.
Yes.
Um, I think your volume is a bit low. Is it possible to turn it up a bit more?
Yes, definitely. I will do that. Is that
Thank
better?
you. Yeah, I think it is. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Um, when the videos start, you just watch your volume so because sometimes the music will be a little bit loud. But I can be a little bit soft at times, so oh, that's going to be fun. Okay. All right. So, week 6 class discussion. A key characteristic of writing for public audiences like blog posts and social media is to focus on clear, concise, and engaging language accessible to a broad audience. Um, like public audiences are often reading quickly, they're scanning the content or happen to be looking for information that's easy to understand and immediately engaging. It's all about that. If the writing's too complex or if it's wordy, full of jargon, readers can lose interest or fail to grasp the main point. So clear, concise, and engaging language ensures the message gets out. Compared to academic writing, blog posts and social media writing typically prioritize brevity, immediate engagement, and a more conversational style. Because readers online usually just skim the content and have shorter attention spans, there's been studies. So when you are doing writing for online, the writers need to grab attention quickly and make ideas easy to digest and connect in a friendly and relatable way rather than with a dense formal analysis, big long paper. It's about getting the point across fast and keeping the audience interested. If especially young people don't see something that they like right away, they'll keep scrolling. And we want to catch the audience or the teenagers or the young people's attention. So sometimes that means we'll add things in there that are more engaging. Um, when writing for social media, the most important thing to remember is visual appeal, hashtags, or as I used to call them, number signs or tic-tac-toes, and easily shareable content to maximize reach and engagement. Um, because social media users are drawn to content that catches their eye instantly. Um, Things can be discovered through searches or trends and is simple to share with others. We'll talk about that in a minute. But the combination helps your message spread quickly and reach a larger audience. The hashtags, which people put at the bottom, like if there is a video, they'll explain it, but then put the number sign there, hashtag, and then one or two words. And those are to help with somebody looking up things. It's sort of like a little address. If somebody's looking up things on the brain, they could put something like hashtag brain or hashtag mind, and it will help pull that up for them. It will sift it out of the millions and billions of little videos and just bring those kinds of things up. And easily shareable content. Uh, there is a share button at the bottom, looks like a mouth that's open kind of, and people do. They share things and send them to other people. Oh, look at this. This is cute. Or look at this. I never thought about this. This is important. So hashtags and keeping the share button on is very good for reaching your max audience. Um, this is all about media today, so there's a lot of information. And I just thought of something I'm going to try to remember to state later. In blog posts, the tone is generally expected to be informal, personal, and engaging, fostering a connection with readers. Because a friendly, relatable tone, like we talked about tone, makes readers feel like they're having a conversation with a real person, which then builds trust and encourages them to keep reading. It makes your content more memorable and shareable. So, if a blog post is boring or doesn't interest us, we can move on and find something else. Um, so I don't know if anybody has ever read any blog posts and then you like what they wrote and you click on their name and you can subscribe. That's how they build their audience, is people sharing, people subscribing, writing relevant current topics. It really helps. Let's see. The least suitable use of academic writing, but potentially effective for blog posts or social media, is use of first person perspective and personal anecdotes to connect with the audience. Because academic writing values objectivity and evidence over personal opinion. And that's good for one place, but while blog posts and social media thrive on relatability, sharing your own experiences and perspectives, and it helps engage readers and make content feel authentic and approachable. Other kinds of writing is just academic and kind of people aren't too interested in it unless they are actually seeking out information for a purpose, but not for entertainment. Yeah. Nope. All right. We have, let's see, polishing prose in quotes. During revision refers to improving sentence structure, word choice, and overall flow to enhance readability and impact. And basically, it just means because um, even strong ideas can get lost if the writing is awkward and unclear or choppy. So, refining sentences, choosing precise words, and smoothing transitions makes the text easier to read. It's more engaging and more persuasive. Um, Sometimes word choice can hinder the message that you're trying to get across. Okay. When revising to strengthen arguments, you should primarily focus on ensuring claims are well supported by relevant and credible evidence and logical reasoning because strong arguments rely on more than just opinions. They need solid evidence um, and clear reasoning to convince readers, to establish creativity, and to make your points persuasive and trustworthy. Sentence variety contributes to polished prose by making the writing more engaging and prevents it from becoming repetitive. Because, oh my goodness, mixing sentence lengths and structures keeps the reader's attention. It emphasizes important points. It creates a smoother, more dynamic flow that makes the writing enjoyable to read. So if everything is long sentences with so much in it, it makes it harder to um, concentrate. If you're just reading a book for pleasure, you want some variety in the types of sentences. It just helps it flow. Um, the most effective revision technique for improving the clarity of your writing is reading your essay aloud to identify awkward phrasing and unclear sentences. Because hearing your own words helps you notice problems your eyes might skip over, making it easier to spot confusing phrasing, run-on sentences, or like gaps in logic, so you can fix them and make your ideas clearer. It's strange to read something aloud, even if you're by yourself. It's like, what? This is weird. Reading something aloud, and no one's here to hear it, but you hear it, and that really does bring out awkward phrasing, or you might stumble over something and find that, if I change these words around or move this sentence over here, that makes it a little bit easier to read. So it's never a bad idea to read something aloud, not just in your head, but truly aloud. You can do it in the bathroom. I mean, then you even sound even better because it's echoing. Um, when revising for stronger arguments, you should remove the claim or find stronger evidence to support it if you find a claim is weakly supported by evidence. Well, that's kind of a redundant way to say that, but an unsupported or um, like weakly supported claim drags down the credibility of your entire argument, and strengthening or removing it ensures that everything you present is solid, persuasive, and trustworthy. So it's okay to take something out of writing if it's not making sense, or maybe in your peer review they just don't really understand that. It's okay to remove things too. You don't have to keep something in just because you thought it would be a good idea. It's okay to take stuff out too. Some people think once it's in their papers, it's got to stay in there. All right. Um, this last one is interesting because I think if I did this correctly, it says remove the claim or find stronger evidence to support it. I think that is not a fill in the blank. I'm actually going to look that one up. There's something I remember about that. It is, if you, oh, yeah, you'll understand it when you come across the question. But the bold is the answer. I had to reword it to make it make sense. So, um, you'll understand when you see the question. So, let me go here. Okay. Now we're talking about technology and the use of different things. I am in no way an expert at it, but I know just enough to get myself confused and in a mess. Um, okay. Okay, don't worry about the word revise. We'll and don't worry about the marks and stuff. Okay. Um, what I really wanted to have you look at is we're looking ahead. Um, this has nothing to do with what you're doing right now, which is turning in your persuasive essay and beginning your next project, which is multimodal. So this is a little bit ahead, but I want you to keep these things in mind. Um, let's see, right here, your portfolio. When we are at the end of the course, we'll have a final project, which is your portfolio. And you're going to take some of your best writing. It says 3 to 4 pieces, but I'm thinking 2 to 3. Um, and it can be essays, some of the multimodal projects, some of anything that you really liked what you did, and do a little reflection on it. 100 to 150 word reflection on each of them, um, which is, oh my goodness, it's not very many words at all, a couple sentences. What did you learn from the assignment? How does this piece demonstrate your growth as a writer? And many people have told me already the different things on how they've grown as a writer. And it's beautiful. And I'm thinking, wow, they don't realize it, but they've already done some of the work for their portfolio. Um, and then after you do your thoughts, your reflections, um, you will write a 300 to 400, still short introduction for your portfolio that explains the purpose of the portfolio, reflects on your overall growth and achievement in the course, and highlights key skills or insights you've gained. So you will integrate some of the things that you wrote before, what you've learned, and how you've grown. And so keep those in mind as you're doing your writing and also when you're doing the next project, the multimodal project. That's why I bring that up. Just keep that in mind. Okay, so let me see. Um, this is a weird term, but and I've said it, mentioned it a few times, but multimodal. It's just a fancy phrase that basically means using more than one mode of communication to get your message across. It's not as complicated as it sounds. Most of you already do it in everyday life without even really thinking about it. I know that you know what it is. It's just now adding a label or a term to it. A mode is just a way of communicating. Like talking is a mode, writing is a mode, images, sounds, video, movement, all those are modes too. But when you combine several of these together on purpose with a like a clear goal or message, that is a multimodal project. And so people might think, well, why does it matter? But um, because humans don't learn just from one thing. We remember better when we see, hear, and interact with things. Everybody has a different learning style. Um, and honestly, in the world that we live in now, employers expect people to know how to communicate in more ways than just writing paragraphs. A strong multimodal project shows that you can think and create and deliver whatever message you have with impact. It's good to present to groups and all sorts of audiences. The most multimodal projects on in most of them, they draw on 5 modes. You don't have to use them all, just the ones that best support your message. But here are the 5 different kinds of modes, MODE. Linguistic mode. This is your traditional use of language, words, sentences, paragraphs, scripts, captions, speech. Think writing an explanation or narrating a video, creating subtitles on something. The second one is visual mode. Anything your audience sees, colors, images, graphs, layouts, photos, um, even illustrations and video clips. Think of it like a slide with images, a chart, or even just shaping your text visually, making it like get bigger as the seconds go on, or making it move across the screen. That's visual mode. Um, Aural mode is sound, basically, music, voice, tone. Um, the difference between talking quietly and passionately, um, that you can talk quietly, but you can also talk passionately, like you really believe in something. Think like background music in a video or the tone you use when presenting something, more formal tone. Then we have spatial mode, how things are arranged in physical or like digital space rather. Um, so if you were making your screen, if you're looking at it and it looks like organizing a poster, or you can plan the layout of slides, deciding what goes first, what goes last, just how it looks, what goes before what, and the last the last mode is gestural mode. That's a funny kind of word or term for that kind of mode, but it's body language, facial expressions, people cheesing to the camera, hand movements. Also, it's even timing or pacing in a video. Um, like if you were to be making a video, think about the way you stand when giving a speech or how your hands emphasize your point. Some people like to talk with their hands. They use them in gesture or indicate something is important. That's gestural mode. So I have just some things that I was trying to think of as a multimodal project. Doesn't always have to be um, digital. There's a lot of different examples we could use. So one, definitely, I mean, it's a video explaining how to budget, maybe using narration. So that's the linguistic and the oral. Um, On-screen text, so that's part of visual. And like the way that it's set out on the video would be organized scenes, spatial. Um, Somebody could make a slideshow for their multimodal project with images and graphs, maybe some short bullet points, and then present it out loud to the class. They don't have to record their voice, they could speak while showing the pictures. Um, Another multimodal project idea could be a brochure that mixes writing, pictures, different color choices, and layout, like flat or trifold, something visually attractive. Um, Somebody could do a podcast with sound effects, interviews with people, and music, like before and after a commercial break. Another multimodal project idea is a poster or like an infographic that uses visuals and brief written explanations, an ad kind of like thing. Um, so pretty much if a project uses multiple modes and they all work together to strengthen your message, it's a multimodal project. Now, I know that, we are all digital in this class, so turning in a physical poster isn't necessarily going to work because mailing that thing to the United States would probably cost an arm and a leg. So, if someone wants to make a brochure or do a poster or something physical, that would be fine. Just you would take pictures of it and turn it in. Um, and so the other things could probably be put on online. If it was a podcast or a video, that could be uploaded. But anything that uses um, the linguistic, the voice, the visual, the sight, sound, um, make it look really good, and some sort of timing or pacing of a video, that any of those, at least two of them, would be an amazing use for a project. Um, but I have a 13-year-old son, and I love him. He is so not creative. He is just, when he gets a project that he has to do for his school, he just wants to get it done. He doesn't want to do the projects. I love projects. I love creating. I love, using the colors and the music and the videos, and but he just tosses stuff together. That is not a multimodal project. It's like soup. It's bad. It just doesn't work out, and he does not do very well with his teacher. Um, Everything that is added to your project, whether it's digital or physical, needs to serve a purpose. So I try to tell him, ask yourself, Jacob, does this picture help explain your purpose, your idea? Um, and other things that I would suggest people ask themselves, does the audio make the message stronger? Or would it be better to have text on the screen? Do the words guide whoever sees it, the viewer? Do the words guide them to get the message across? Is the layout clear or is it messy? And sometimes if it's messy, it can be confusing. So think intentional choices, not, oh, hey, I threw in a dolphin picture because it looked cool. Um, I mean, unless your project is about dolphins, then go wild. Um, but there are specific steps to creating a multimodal project. I will send the steps to you, um, because it's just I'm just excited. I want I want you guys to think of this not as another project I have to get done. I want you to have fun with this. I'm going to show you examples in just a little bit, but just want you to have fun. Let your mind be creative, let your mind wander. Do something that means something for you. It can be about anything. You start with your message. What do you want your audience to understand or feel or learn? Um, Choose the modes that support that message. Don't pick all the modes because you can. Pick two or three that genuinely help. Um, you can sketch out your layout. You can use a storyboard for a video, or you could even write down a script if you're going to speak through it. And then either physically or digitally gather your images, sound clips, some quotes, charts, whatever you need. You go find them and get them together in one place. Then you build your project. You can use the tools available like Google Slides. Some people have Canva, um, your phone camera. That works. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. Whatever you have to build your project. And then as you make it, um, and this is where planning comes in, don't try to do it all in one day, because sometimes taking a step back and asking yourself, is this clear? Is it something that might be distracting? Does everything work together? Sometimes giving it a day and thinking about it and looking at it again, you might find, oh, that looks really good there. Or I think I'm going to try to fix that part. It's a good idea. And then we will eventually, week 9, probably week 10, present the um, project. There's going to be a very big, wide variety of topics. And I was even thinking about asking my son, because I want him to practice. I want him to practice using all of these for a project. And um, sorry, his will be at a much younger level, but I will see if he will allow me to show his project. And he can get help from anybody he needs to because um, I don't know about you guys, but this technology sometimes is challenging. It's, I don't know if I would say hard, but it's definitely challenging. And sometimes I don't know where to go to get things um, for my projects. If it was physical, something like making a trifold pamphlet or brochure, I could probably do that. I could probably print stuff out and glue it on or tape it on. But if it's digital, I would need a little assistance. And then I could ask um, my friends that are really a lot better at that kind of stuff. Um, so why why should we do this kind of project? Because it's fun? Oh, definitely. Um, because like, how does it apply to the real world? Sometimes employers or people want other people who can present information visually. If you are speaking before a congregation of people, you might want to show something up on a screen that you discovered, a picture with some words on it. That is a multimodal project. You look more professional when you can communicate in multiple formats. It helps you express yourself, even if writing isn't your favorite thing. Um, it develops creativity and critical thinking. Sometimes, if you step out on a limb and you try something new, you might find people like that. I like that they like that. I'm going to try it again. And it builds confidence. Uh, and really, honestly, it's more fun than writing a 5-page essay. You get to be creative, not just type. So basically, a multimodal project is simply communication with more tools in your toolbox. Use words, visual, um, sound, movement, layout, how it looks on the screen, whatever strengthens your message. The goal is to make your audience understand, feel, um, or remember something. If you're speaking about something important um, from, let's say, the Book of Acts, and you have a visual to show, people might remember that more. People, the learners that are visual learners, will remember that picture and remember what you were saying at that moment. And when everything is well done, multimodal projects are powerful, they're memorable, and a whole lot more engaging than an essay. So, um, hopefully, that kind of explains uh, a little bit about it. And um, I've been talking enough. I am going to see if I can show this video. I'm hoping Um, let me, and it might have commercials. Um, wa- wow. Yeah, that's got a commercial. Let me see if I can pull, I don't know. I sure hope I can. Oh, sorry. Uh, keep your hand on the volume. Okay. Wow, that was loud. All right. So, all right. Walter, can you see the video with the guy like waving his hand?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good. Oh, it worked. Oh, phew. See, I'm learning. I'm learning. Okay. This has no talking. It it has music, which is loud, and it has writing. So I'll just go ahead and play this. Okay. I thought that was cute because it didn't have someone speaking. It had somebody that had typed out what the words were. I personally don't know how to make graphics move, but you know, that's okay because we don't have to have moving graphics. I'm going to play another one here. Let me get it set up. Okay. I will.
Hello. Excuse me, Professor.
Yes.
I think my network went down a bit.
Oh, that is okay. Because I am going to be sending links that you can look at with these videos. So
Okay.
if you want, if you lose your network, uh, I'll than the videos.
Thank you.
Um, some of them, it will be a good idea to hold on to in case you want to do like a more complex type um, project. One of them shows how to use PowerPoint and the different steps. And when I was looking at it, I thought, I want to look at that some more, but I would have to pause it a lot. And if it's just on a regular video, that would be hard. So I would like to pause it in the YouTube platform. So no worries. If you happen to fade out, um, try to get back on. Otherwise, look for anything in your inbox, in your email box. And I'm just gonna play this. This one's cool too. This is an actual project that somebody had to turn in for a grade, and he used video. He filmed some of his friends. He was talking about social media and technology, and then at the end, he was talking on camera. You could tell he was reading from his script. That is totally fine. I thought, well, this was a good idea. So here we go.
Some might argue that social media has opened our minds to new ways of creating, but that is necessarily not the case. Social media has in fact been limiting our creativity and creating a bar to what we can really achieve. We are in no way being creative and making our own content. Rather, we are getting ideas from other creators and making it our own. It has promoted laziness and diminishing our creativity in a way that we are less likely to go out and gain inspiration. We need to promote new ideas and inspire the next generation that is the most at risk of these factors to help and nurture them into going out into the world and showing them that there is something far greater than looking through the confines of their phone screen. We need to educate creators and designers about the setbacks of technology, help them find purpose and motivation, and inform them of the obstacles social media brings. Being on our phones almost 24/7 can have a setback on our minds. In a study done by the National Academy of Sciences of the United States of America, daydreaming can boost our creativity. What this means is that if we are on our phones less, we can actually think of things we may have not thought of before. Even though we may be trying to stay connected, at the same time we are keeping ourselves from daydreaming and gathering ideas. Society is changing and we need to change with it. But if we are too focused with what is on our phones, it can bar us from our true potential and our ability to discover and create. For some of us, we may have found it increasingly difficult to find inspiration and motivation to pursue what we love doing. For hours on end, we may find ourselves scrolling endlessly through the pictures and videos on Instagram or Twitter late at night. For me, I would find myself being judgmental and a critic to others and my own work. I would think that my art was not good enough because I found others to be better than me. As if I wanted the same amount of likes that they had, I would have to be as good as them. This was one of the reasons for my premise not to create. I became so fixated on other people's work that I paid less attention to my own work and I lost the motivation that I once had. Social media can inhibit our creative minds to be constrained and have an effect on what we make. When we share and like other creators and designers' art, we're drawing them away from the creative process. This means that for creators and designers, more of our time is spent on critiquing and examining others' arts, rather than spending more of our time creating ourselves. This can be both a good and a bad thing. You're seeing other people's arts and gathering ideas, but at the same time, you can be stealing their ideas or creating something that is in likeness or similar to theirs. Humans were once social creatures, and we still can be. But ever since the dawn of social media and technology, our lives have been consumed by the never-ending influx of pictures of other people's perfect lives and what ours could be. We are stuck in an endless cycle of scrolling, eating, sleeping, and repeating. We're slowly becoming a slave to social media and technology, and we are becoming so involved in the digital world, but we can come back from that. Social media and technology is here to stay, but we can prevent ourselves from going any deeper. We must help the next generation to promote new ideas and creativity. We must let people know that there is a world far greater than those on our phone screen.
Mm. Okay. I like that video because not only was it a project that an actual student had to develop, um, and I definitely agree with the message. Um, it showed different modes. It was showing, or it had music. So there's one mode. It had graphics of the mountain scene, the video. It showed pictures of the things that were relevant to it. For example, everybody was on their phone. And um, it showed a picture of him talking. That was good. He could have just showed other pictures and then had text scroll across the screen. There's so many different ways that he showed multimodal things. I just thought that was a good one. Um, it doesn't look as professional as some of the larger larger companies do, but it showed what an actual real live person can do. So I expect to see some real videos coming from everybody here. Like, doesn't have to have a voiceover, it doesn't have to have pictures of yourself. It can, but just have fun with it and put in at least two modes: music, pictures, words, something to get whatever message it is across that you want. Let me see if I can, um, okay, I will show you one more video and then a clip of another video. And this, because the last video is more advanced, and I'm not sure that everybody will want to watch that because they might just want to do simple ones depending on your schedule for the next few weeks. But let me get this up without blowing your ears out again. Okay, and it makes a very weird sound. Okay. Don't know why it makes a weird sound, but okay, what are multimodal projects? Okay. Oh, don't want that to start playing. All right. And we are almost done with today. But I will show, it's kind of like a how-to video um that um and I'm just showing a little bit of it so that in case you want to learn more, do more, or advance the skills that you already have, um, this will be in your email. And it looks interesting, and I might do something with it myself. Let me get this started. Um, the spinning wheel of death. Okay. Maybe.
In this tutorial, we're going to look at how to create a multimedia PowerPoint presentation. And this will be demonstrated using Microsoft Office 2010 version of PowerPoint. This multimedia PowerPoint presentation is going to include background designs, videos, photos, graphics, audio files, and recorded voiceover narration and slide timings. What you're going to need? Well, you need PowerPoint 2010 on your computer.
Or something better.
If you have a different version of PowerPoint, chances are these instructions will work perhaps perfectly well, but to a great extent. So I would say go ahead and try it on an older version. You will need a microphone to be able to record your voiceover narration, and you will need speakers to be able to hear what comes out. For best sound quality, I recommend a plug-and-play USB headset with a built-in microphone. You can see a little picture of that down here in the bottom right corner. Or you can use a regular 3.5 millimeter little mini stereo headset to plug into the microphone jack and the headphone jack on your computer. Or just a standalone external computer microphone that'll just sit on your desktop and you can speak into that. So, slide 1, we're going to look at choosing a design. When it comes to designing your presentation, a good rule of thumb is less is more. Select a simple background design, then keep all your background designs the same. Try to keep your font size big, good contrast, easy to read, and not a whole lot of text. People would rather see videos and pictures and hear you narrate than read a lot of text on your presentation. So let that kind of guide your creativity. So let's jump in. Choosing a slide design. Up here at the top is the design tab. And PowerPoint has got a ton of these slide designs. And you can see when you hover your mouse over them, it will go ahead and preview it for you. So you can go along and see one that you like, whatever kind of fits your style. But again, simple is nice. It's all about readability. So if you pick these, I suggest you right click on it because it gives you the choice to apply that background to all of your slides or only apply it to selected slides. If you want to choose it for your whole presentation, apply to all slides. If you're going to mix it up a little with some different slides, background designs, then you'll need to apply it only to selected slides. So we can do that. Let's pick a design. Let's pick this green one, and I will right click and only apply it to the selected slide. So there's your design. Chooses your font, your colors, your size, but you can alter that in your text. Let's move on to slide 2, demonstrating inserting a video. To insert a video, you need to click on the Insert tab. Way up here in the top left is the Insert tab. And this, you're going to use this over and over and over for all your multimedia needs. So you can insert way over here on the far right is Insert Video. And click on this little arrow, and it gives you the choice to get a video from a file.
Okay. Did you want to say something? So that is one where I will finish, or anybody can finish watching it if they'd like to do the PowerPoint thing, and it gives really good directions, step-by-step directions. So, ooh. Okay. Email that one out. And I have one more I'm not going to show, but I will email that too. It's really technical. And I am not technical, so I would probably do something really simple. The PowerPoint one, that looks like I might be able to make something look really good visually, and then I could add some possibly music or text, something that would look good. But first, you gotta figure out what is it that you want to do it on. Just gotta pick something. Um, I mean, the world is open to you. All right. Do you have any questions about what is due, when, thinking ahead, any of the work? No?
You presented it well, and obviously forwarding that on email, the outline of the assignments.
Very good. Very, very good. Thank you. Um, with, excuse me, with the videos, I just thought that some of them were good examples of what is a multimodal project and what some uh, different kinds of modes that would go into it, and professional and amateur, and then a how-to, and even a multimodal video on how to make a multimodal video. I thought that was pretty funny. But I really would have loved to have had that when I was going through school, because um, quite a few projects needed to be made on a PowerPoint, and I had to stumble through and try to figure out how to do it. Um, but I'm hoping that, um, people will try to look ahead for the project. And then on the final project, try to keep in mind all the things that you've written, that anybody needs to catch up on. And I would, if I was if I was most people here, I would struggle to find some of my best writing, because you all have written such beautiful essays, and so I'm curious to see which ones you think that are your best, because I love them all, and I have some of them have brought tears to my eyes, that uh, and I also have tears come to my eyes when I think of how privileged I am to be able to share with you all. So thank you for that. Um, and I guess if there's no questions, email me. I will email this stuff out to everybody, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Professor. Just unfortunate that my network was going in and out, but thank you so much for today. And I just learned so much about multimodals, and my head is already spinning on what I'm going to be starting to work on. And obviously, I think I will need extra skills. I will have to ask for help from my son, I think, because he's the media guy. So yeah, I look forward to working this on this project. Thank you.
That should be fun. I mean, the world is open to you to do anything you want. Maybe if you have something that you have to present somewhere at work or in your ministry, um, make something applicable to that, and that'll give you a purpose. And don't look at all the fancy ones. Don't hold yourself to with thinking that you can make all the perfect ones. Have your son help you. That will be a great idea. But these are just beginner projects. This is just to get you kick-started to do other projects that might, um, boy, you might become famous with the projects that you do later. So thank you. And let's pray. Oh gosh. Eternal God, we gather in the name, your name, and in the spirit of learning and unity. Bless each mind represented here, near and far, with focus, curiosity, and inspiration. May our words be thoughtful, the discussions have been meaningful, and our writing reflect truth and grace. Guide us in using our knowledge to serve others and to honor you in all we do. In your name we pray. Amen. All right.
Amen.
I hope you have a wonderful night. I'll see you
Thank
later.
you, Professor, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless.
You too. Bye-bye.